talking about celebrations. Well, we celebrated, but then there may come some challenges and some changes. And so we're going to just kick this off in such a magnificent way as we continue to, explore what is possible for your life, knowing that more is possible. Well, they're here for the first month of the year in 2023. Let me just get them together. And I mean, they're just a dynamic duo who they're just making it happen in such a big way. Congratulations to Cheryl. I mean, for so many things. I mean, future senator's wife, and then inducted into the Millionaire Hall of Fame and all kinds of stuff. I mean, there's just so much going on with these two. I can't keep it straight, but they are magnificent and amazing, here to pour into our lives and help us kick off 2023 better than ever. The amazing and incredible senator's wife, Cheryl Morley, and the phenomenal super trainer, Paul Croto. Take it away, guys.
Well, thank you so much, Linda. We're so excited to be with you here. We switch our dates because I wanted to be on Andrea's birthday. I mean, that was a big deal for us to be on that day. It's such a special day. So it's not because my birthday is next Thursday. It's because Andrea's birthday is today that we decided to be here on this day. So happy birthday, Andrea. And Linda, thank you for all that you do. You are just an unbelievable woman. You look beautiful on the inside and out, and just a tremendous leader. Like Cheryl and I were just actually talking about you before the call on, what an incredible leader you are. We have a special announcement that everyone that's on this call gets to hear first. So we're going to make you part of that. And we just can't say enough good things about you, because you are absolutely amazing. And thank you for all your contribution to this amazing longevity company and nation. So we are so excited about 2023. We have so many different things going on. But what we want to talk about today is a thing that we're going to be doing on upcoming calls that's been working extremely well for us on the coaching calls. So we just launched a brand new updated version of the health coaching certification program. So it used to be like on Facebook and there was guides and stuff, but we built a brand new state-of-the-art system. It is epic. I mean, it took us years to build this thing and a lot of money and time and energy, but it is beautiful, and it's running, and we're so excited about this. I think it's going to actually transform the company. We have full support corporate on this project, and it really has just changed so many lives. I know, Linda, you're a certified coach. Andrea, you are, and just a host of other people already on this call today are already certified. So that's fantastic. So what we do on Mondays is we do a coach's call just for the people in the coaching program that is centered around three things, which is celebrations, challenges, and changes. And we'll explain what all that is on this call. It's the name of this call. But Cheryl, first of all, I want to introduce the master distributor of longevity, Cheryl Morley. She's absolutely unbelievable as well. Like all these incredible women in this company is just unbelievable. But she is just, I can't even put it in words. She's absolutely brilliant. And I know she's just super excited about this year as well, and is looking to really help people elevate their lives this year.
Yes, thank you, Paul. Yes, I'm so excited. You guys, this is going to be the best year ever. And I want to bring all of us together in a wonderful community, and we're all going to do it together. So I'm super excited about that. Andrea, happy birthday. I wish I could sing well, and I would sing you happy birthday, but maybe we can do that at the end of the call. I wish my daughter was here because she can really sing it well, but happy birthday.
Oh,
I absolutely
love you.
And I think you are such a bright light and a joy. And I always look forward to seeing you, and your energy is just magical. So happy birthday. I hope you have the most wonderful day.
Bless you. Thank you so much, superstar. It's an honor to get those words from y'all. I mean, y'all are just amazing. Thank you.
Yes, you enjoy your day. Have the best day. Okay, so Paul, are we ready to get started? Thank you. I'm super excited about this call today. And I'm really excited about where we are going as a community here at Longevity, where we're going in 2023, because it is going to be like the most fun. I love fun, by the way. That's like,
Really?
I'm always looking for, I know. And so I always have to insert fun. Where's the fun in it? What can we do to have fun as we all come together and really, build our lives. I guess I should say elevate our lives this year. I will say elevate our lives this year. So yeah, I'm super excited, Paul. Thank you.
Awesome. So as everyone knows that we are Elevate, and this is kind of our theme and our mindset that we always want to get better. I just want to pull up this quote. I wasn't actually planning on reading this today, but it really hit me hard. Whenever an individual achieves a goal or a goal's been obtained, progress stops. And I thought about that. So, we did a goal setting seminar, but we want to keep in everyone's mind that progress is happiness. So we want to help everyone make progress. And so that's why we came up with Elevate. So Elevate doesn't mean just hit something and your finish line, you're done. It means constant and never ending improvement, always getting better. Like Linda, she doesn't stop reading because she's super smart now. No, she how can I get smarter today? How can I improve that 1% every single day? That's what's going through champions' minds. It's not, oh my gosh, I got to get 20% better this month because it's January. Not going to happen. It's 1% a day. That's got to be the mindset. So our mission obviously is to help you elevate your life. And to elevate your life, you need a system. And I've just become obsessed with James Clear, who wrote the book Atomic Habits. I'm reading it for the third time now because I've highlighted it like crazy and it got so much out of it. Every time I read it, I get a new thing out of it. So he's got a great quote in there. It says, "You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems." So I thought that was so powerful, and that it's instead of course, we got to have goals. We got to know where we're going, where the North Pole is, but we also need to come and think about systems and what is the system that's going to help me elevate. And Cheryl and I, for 8 years now, we've used a system in Elevate called Plan, Do, Review. And this, to me, Cheryl, I know. So when I met Cheryl, she is, when you look up do or activity or take massive action in the dictionary, there's a picture of Cheryl there. She was the doer. She was like, let's go. So I'm gonna let you explain the mindset behind Plan, Do, Review and where you were when we first started.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I was doing all right. I had no plan at all. And I guess for me, that was good because when I started, Dr. Wallach had the plan, right? I mean, he had all three. He had all three and he's very good at all three. And so he just kind of guided and directed me. But for me, I was just like, do. That's all I wanted to do. That was it. Action. And look, if we're not in action, then we're moving backwards. So I always looked at action as moving forward. So when Paul said the word system, I said, well, mercy, that's got to be a swear word because I am not gonna be like one of my biggest beliefs and standards is freedom is most important to me. So being free to do what I want to do. And so a system did not sound too much like freedom to me, right? But in fact, it is freedom. But it's just, I wasn't looking at it like that. So I had to have a major paradigm shift. And thank goodness I did, because we really do need to have a system. And so I'm so grateful that the system, I think Paul already mentioned this, that we do is Plan, Do, Review, right? And I was like, okay, all right, fine. So then I kind of relented. I'm like, okay, fine, I'll have a plan. And then I was like, I'm so excited.
Yeah, so you bought into the plan. It was hard, but I got you to buy into like, where are we going, Cheryl? Yeah. She's like, oh, I don't know. So how do we come up with that? Like, where do we want to go? Like, and have a goal, And so she's like, okay, she bought into that. But this review part is where I'm like, because we would finish like a weekend seminar and she, we're both exhausted. I'm like, okay, we got to go review now. And she's like, oh no, we do not.
I'm like, what are you talking about? We just got done. We're not going to spend 2 hours talking about what we just did. We already did it. Why do we need to talk about it? So this is kind of where I was coming from. And And so we want to explain to you guys the importance of plan, do, review. And so if there's any part, and I know a lot of times, like Paul, one of the very first questions that we ask for this plan part is, you know, we need to know where you want to go. And I think that's been really hard for a lot of the people that I've talked to. It's like, okay, so you're excited, you're a health coach, you're ready to go, and let's talk about where you want to go. What do you want? What's the result that you want? Because we want to start with the result, which was something very new and weird and different to me also. But what a blessing it's become, because I know exactly where I'm going. And let me tell you, when you know where you're going, it's much easier to get there. Let me just say that.
Let's just state the obvious
right?
here.
But think about that, because if you don't know the result that you want, then you will never be able to move as well in that direction, or you won't get there, right? And so so that's been a real blessing.
Yeah, absolutely. And so a few weeks ago, we did this amazing goal setting workshop with everybody. It was 4 hours long. We've made it a course now because it turned out so good. And you can just go to elevateyourgoals.com. So it's elevate with the weird spelling of elevate, elevateyourgoals.com. And you just enter in your name and pick a password, and then you can get into the course for free and take it. There's 14, we broke it up into 14 different lessons. So each one can be going through at your own pace. But I tell you, I know I'm a little biased on this, but there's stuff in there you never heard before. So the plan, you know, we teach you how to do what Cheryl said, the RPM, the results. So basically we want to know, where do you want to go? Why do you want to go there? And how do you plan on getting there? So you got to know at least those things. You got to know the what, the why, and the how, or the where. The why and the how is another way of looking at it. So once we establish that, then we got to go do it now. We got to go follow that map that we came out with, you know, the strategy.
Oh yeah, I don't have.
And that's where people seem to run into a wall and fall off the cliff. So we talk of that, you know, the plan is 20% of it. The real achieving of the goals is mindset. And so we're huge on mindset. We talked a lot about mindset in that goal setting workshop. So again, I can't encourage you enough to go back and watch that if you didn't already. And you know, so we really helped you develop that plan. We explained why 94% of people don't ever achieve their goals, and the mindset change that you need to make in order to actually reach those goals. And I, as many of you know, I just became a Tony Robbins certified trainer, and it's been crazy working with people and really helping people understand the mindset changes and getting everything in alignment, how important alignment is with your emotions, your values, your standards, your beliefs. Like all these things have to line up, because if one thing is off, the whole thing goes south quick. So you got to make sure all these things are lined up, and we teach you exactly how to do that in the course. So we got plan and do, Cheryl, done. The last piece is review. That's which leaves us with review. So Cheryl, this is a great topic for you to explain. Why is review necessary?
Well, the reason why I didn't like review is because I looked at it as dealing with the past, right? I don't want to deal with the past. So I just never looked at anything. I couldn't remember one bad thing I did, and I definitely couldn't remember one good thing I did, right? So I just never wanted to look back. We're moving forward, we're doing, we're going, we're moving. But the greatest thing about it that I found is that it helps you think about what went right. That's like my favorite thing about it. So when we talk about this, we review because we want to talk about like the great things that happened, like celebrations, because we want to celebrate even the smallest things, which I realized, right? Somehow from my past, I got in my mind that you don't celebrate anything unless it's huge and when you get to the end of it, right? I mean, that's really what I thought. But no, we want to celebrate just small things every single day, because we want to rewire our brains to always focus on small wins. I promise you, the problems and the challenges will always be there, right? So we don't need to think about that. We don't need to think about focusing on those. We want to focus on the celebrations.
Yeah, and we do that. Like, so I've really taken this to heart, like seriously. And every single day, I don't go to bed unless I write down, I look back at my day and I'm like, what are the 3 things that went good today? You know, and sometimes it takes me a minute or 2, and then sometimes it takes me 5 minutes because it's got like, wow, that today was a train wreck. You know, I mean, everyone has those days, no matter what level you're at. So sometimes it's difficult to find that, but I force myself to. So every week I got, at the end of the week on Saturdays, when I do my weekly review, I have 21 things that went good in the past 7 days. Now, some of those are big, some of those are kind of medium, some of those are real small things, but holy cow, I mean, you do that, you know, for 50 weeks in a row, you know, you got a whole different life I have. Last year, I had over 1,000 wins I wrote down. So it doesn't seem much today, like writing 3 down, that sounds kind of stupid, or you could pass today or skip today. But when you get to the end of the year, like I did last year at the end of the year and did my yearly review, to look back and see the 1,000 wins. And I was reading off these wins to Cheryl, and Cheryl's like, holy cow, like we did a lot. Like you could end the year up being like, we didn't, you know, nothing went really well this year. And you think about, you know, your mind always wants to go to what's missing, what's wrong, what's not going well. And when I rattled off like 28 huge things we did, and she was like, what the, you know, so she was blown away by that. But I keep track every day because I'll forget by tomorrow what went right today. So I got to do it at the end of the day.
And that's
Cheryl,
a great tip. That's a great tip though, Paul. If you guys aren't writing down your small wins, start doing that. Just get like I have like a little booklet, and you can just write down 3 wins that you had today. So I just wanted to throw that in there, Paul, because I think it's so important. And I think it starts to change your mindset and rewire your brain on thinking about the positive stuff instead of any of the problems or challenges.
Yeah. So here's a pro tip on all that. So again, at the end of the day, I was sometimes having a challenge of thinking of what are the 3 things that were actually good today, because it seemed like the whole day was a hot mess. But what I learned to do was decide in the morning what my 3 wins were going to be today, and wrote those down. And then I had something to focus on all day. And then I knew what my 3 wins were at the end of the day because I thought about it in the morning. But Cheryl, let's just talk about, and what's that's going to do is, like Cheryl said, it's going to wire your brain to think about wins. And what there's a chemical in your brain called dopamine, and your body is craving this, you know. So when you start having these small wins and you actually celebrate them, then your brain's like, oh, let's get more of that. So you become more driven. You want to look for more wins. You start, you know, just working extra and doing more things. And it just kind of snowballs into this beautiful thing. But Cheryl, we encourage people to start slow, like come up with something small that's, I love the book, Atomic Habits, because it's not about, oh, I changed the world today. It's, give me some examples, Cheryl, of things that are like,
I made my bed. I made my bed. I got up in the morning. That's like a real win for me.
Got up before noon.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly right. So yeah, and it could be making your bed. And another one that I always put, or that I like to put, is that I work out in the morning. And no, go ahead, Paul.
Yeah, no, tell us your mindset about working out, Cheryl.
Okay, so my mindset is this. So I always found it interesting, and I think it's interesting that some people like to work out at night, some people like to work out in the morning. I always have to work out in the morning, because if I don't, by like around 1:45, I start saying, oh, you don't look that bad, and you're tired, and you could probably, you know what I'll do is I won't work out today, but I'll kind of work out today because I'll go early tomorrow morning. And tomorrow morning is right around.
It's within 24 hours.
So yeah. So it's kind of like, and so if I don't work out in the morning, then I will not work out. I have to work out like before noon. And it's not even that, the earlier for me, the better. Cause my mind starts, and I'm afraid it's going to get to like 9 o'clock in the morning. Oh, you look fine. Don't worry about it. So, but doing these things and putting them down. And then of course, taking our supplements, right? How could that not be a win? That's like the biggest win. That should be, that to me is one of the biggest wins that we can have every single day. Even though it might seem like something small, it's not, it's huge, right? And we know that.
Absolutely. That's just a hilarious story there. But the other reason why review is so necessary is because it gives us massive clarity on what's working and what's not.
Yeah.
So a lot of times great things will happen in my life, or we've accomplished something great. And I'll ask Cheryl, wow, this is going great. Like, how did that happen? And it's funny, our initial answer is, I'm not sure. It just went well for a change here. And you start seeing that more and more and more as you learn how to win. But as Brendan Burchard says in his book, the number one habit of highly successful people is seeking clarity. So that's what review does. It helps you seek clarity. And we always hear that the saying that hindsight is 20/20. Well, if hindsight's 20/20, why don't we use that? So you look back and see, get the clarity from the past, and you'll, I mean, every time I do this, I gain some sort of insight that ends up helping me elevate even more, throughout the next couple of days or weeks or months. So these lessons are priceless. And, it really helps you come up with the challenges too. Like sometimes there's people that aren't doing as well in their business or health or weight loss or whatever that they wish they were. And, we want to find out, well, why is that? What is the challenge? What's the roadblock? How can we get through that? And sometimes it's very difficult to look inside and say, well, what's causing that? Most people I work with, they don't know what their challenge is. They know they have a challenge, can't tell me what it is. So we kind of work together to find out what that challenge is. But it's taking on a new attitude, Cheryl, that without challenges, there is no growth. So you have to start looking at challenges differently in life.
Yeah, I love the saying that I always remember, which is things happen for me, not to me. And I love that saying because I always think no matter what it is that's happening, it's happening for me because I need to grow, because I need to, change something, because I need to do this. I wanted to say one thing about challenges. I do not like to talk about challenges. I don't like to bring them up. I love it when people tell me their challenges so we can make those changes to help. But I don't want, I feel myself every time just let's just ignore that. Let's not think about that.
Yeah.
And so
I've picked up on that, Cheryl.
What?
Just FYI, I've picked up on that.
I know, but what I'm trying to do is have a bit of a mindset change so that I don't look at it like that. It's yeah, it's a roadblock. It's a problem. It's an issue. So what? Let's talk about it so that we can move forward. We can make the necessary changes instead of, let's not say anything about it. Right? I mean, that's not the way you move forward, I don't think. So.
Yeah. So there's two schools of thought. There's the, let's just sweep it under the carpet and pretend that challenge doesn't exist, which we all know is really bad. And what ends up happening when you do that.
Yeah.
And then there's another side that people just look for molehills and turn them into mountains. Oh, this is the end of the world. The whole thing's over with. Just throw it all away. I'm done. So they're on the two extremes. So we want to just look at the challenge for what it is. It's just a little challenge that we can overcome. And everything's figure outable. Yep. So we can figure it out, so that's the attitude you need to take towards these challenges. But Cheryl, let's talk about, so we do these Monday calls every week, with our coaches, and they've gone just tremendously awesome. And so Cheryl always wants to lead off, ironically, and talk about the first thing, Cheryl, which is how do we open up the calls and what do we talk about in review?
We talk about celebrations, and that's the only one I want to talk about. So fall is so nice and lets me do celebrations because I love to cheer for people and I want to know what's going well. And I want to know little wins that you have so that we can all as a community celebrate with you, right? I love that. And then Paul gets to do the challenges.
Yeah. And, I've really changed my definition. I look at challenge as growth, and that's nothing more important to me than growth. So I've really looked at it a different way. And I've really taken it on as my life mission to help people identify what the challenge is, why they're not at their goal already, and help them get clear on that, and then give them strategies on how to overcome that challenge. So that happens to be my favorite part of the call. So You can see why the two of us work real well together is because we got both sides covered. So the couple of things about problems. So one of the things I love John Maxwell quote, the only people who have a problem are people who don't have a problem. So the meaning of that is you can't grow unless you got some kind of challenge there that you have to overcome. So I hope you can see that, and that's super. We need problems, and Tony Robbins goes a step further and says every problem is a gift. And I tell Cheryl that all the time, and she's like, don't tell me that, because she's in the moment, something bad just happened, a huge problem going on. And I'm like, it's a gift, Cheryl. She's like, shut up. But so we know that it is though.
You guys should try that. You guys should try that in the heat of the moment. Just
try that in with your friends and spouse.
Yeah. Tell someone that you work with or someone that you're with, and just say, hey, listen, when I'm in the heat of the moment, just tell me, oh, just think if this is a lovely gift. And just kind of pay attention to your reaction, because my reaction is not usually good.
Not as good as it is right now. Yeah. So the bottom line is the problem is not the problem. The problem is your attitude towards problems. And right. We give a meaning to the word problem. So just think for yourself right now. I mentioned the word problem. What do you think of? You're probably thinking of, well, that's a problem. That's bad. There's something.
A challenge. Yeah. It's a roadblock.
Yeah. But again, I switched the meaning of challenge to growth. Like, this is my opportunity to grow now. So I'm asking everybody, what's your challenge? What's your challenge? What's your challenge? Because I know when we break through that challenge, we got growth, and that's what I need in my life and have to get to. So I've rewired my brain, and now I love problems and challenges. So the last part, Cheryl, is worked in with the problems. It's the changes. So and it's not like we're gonna throw the whole thing in the garbage. We're gonna revamp the whole thing. No, there's no revamping. It's just small tweaks. And I love the word small tweak. 2 millimeters. That's it. We're making a small little tweak, and that small little tweak can help you overcome the challenge and make progress towards your desired result. And the whole goal is to take these challenges that we're having and turn them into next week's wins. So we challenge all the coaches we identify what the challenges and say, listen, we already know what your win's going to be next Monday, because it's going to be this. You've overcome this challenge, and we state it as a win. So that is just a beautiful cycle where we're taking these challenges, we're coming up with changes, and we're turning them into wins. So that's the most beautiful wins you'll have in your life. Are challenges you've overcome. I promise you that. Yeah.
And along the same line, I just want to mention real quick, Paul, the thing that I love to do, or that we have our calls like this, is because we do it as a community. And the reason why I say that is because when somebody has a challenge, celebrations are fantastic. And that's just, I already said that, because we want to celebrate with you. That's fun. We want to congratulate you for all of the good that you're doing. Now, the challenge part. I love it when people, and it's not easy. I don't think it's easy to come forward and say, oh, I got a problem, right? Remember, I like to sweep it under the rug, but I love the people who are courageous enough to come forward, talk about their problem, because if you're having a problem, there's a whole lot of other people that are having that same problem. So I appreciate so much when, when we see that courage every Monday, we see the courage to come forward and talk about the problems, because you're devoted to growth and to, and to helping other people and to becoming the best person that you can be. So I absolutely love the way it's set up. And I think it's really, from the people that I've talked to and stuff, Paul, it just really helps so much to have that community available.
Absolutely. So we told you all of this today for a reason. And so Cheryl, you want to make the big announcement?
What big announcement? No, I'm just kidding. I know we have a big announcement, but I know we have like 3, Paul. So I think I'm just going to let you do it, lest I say something I shouldn't be saying.
Well, first and foremost, for those of you that have nothing to do in 20 minutes, there's a 1-star call, and Tom Chenal puts on this 1-star call every single week.
Yep.
And that's been a great call. Like, if you are 1-star, you go to the call, and then great information shared on that call every week. But when we really, again, reviewed longevity and what's going on with our teams and stuff.
Yeah.
And how well the coaching calls are going on Mondays. If you're part of the holistic health coaching group, those calls are epic. So Cheryl and I were like, well, wait a second, why don't we do that for longevity? So we got together with all the top leaders, and we're going to be starting a distributor call. So when you're a brand new person, you're distributor coming in, our goal is to help everybody. This is our main goal that Cheryl and I have, and Michelle and Steve this year, is to help break more car qualified 1-stars than ever before. And so you're a brand new member, you come on to this distributor call with the rest of the company. A new person gets to see how much excitement there is, how much, how great these people are, how unbelievable Longevity Nation is.
Yeah, how wonderful of a community we have. Because I think people really want a community to belong to and to be able to do life with, right? To be on this journey with. We need that. And so I think it's just going to be, I absolutely love the idea of, because I know there's so many people that I talk to and they're like, well, I have a brand new person and I'm not sure, where to start them or what to do. And so when Paul and I were talking about this and came up with this idea, we're like, oh my gosh, this will be so fantastic. Because just think, every time you bring a new person on, they can come and meet us, and we'll do this same setup, right? Paul will do the challenges, celebrations, the challenges, and then the little changes. And I think it'll really help them, first of all, put down roots, feel good about where they're at and the decisions that they've made. And then my goodness, exactly what to do as they're moving forward. So I'm super excited about it, Paul.
Well, one of the great things that Cheryl thought of, and I think you may have stole this from your church or something. So in the beginning of all of our health coaching calls, Cheryl asked, who's new?
Yeah.
So we want to make new people feel welcomed.
Yes.
So Cheryl's great at doing that, and she always takes care of welcoming. So we get new people, and if they're on this Zoom and they're new, and all of a sudden we're asking about them, and they raise their hand, and we have them come say a couple words, and now they feel part of the family. They don't feel awkward anymore. Like, well, yeah, we always do a 1, 2, 3, you rock. We got a thing going with that super high energy call. So we're like, hey, we brought that to the company. We could break more 1-stars. And once you hit 1-star, you can go to the 1-star call. But the reason I think we're not producing as many 1-stars as we could be, we're doing a lot, but we could be doing more, is because there's no stepping stone to get to the 1-star call. So we want to create that distributor call and we're doing it with all the top leaders. We're all coming together on that. And that is, and again, we're going to be doing celebrations, which we always want to bring up recognition more and more and more, just finding little things that we can celebrate for people and all, doing the I rock, you rock thing and making them feel special on there. And then of course, we're going to talk about some challenges. So everyone's going to have some challenges. They can come on and, hey, what's going on? So instead of, Cheryl and I just talking for an hour, no one wants to hear that. So they can come on and or they might even say, I don't know what my challenge is, but I know I've been working on trying to get the car qualified 1-star now for 3 months. And I'm doing something wrong, obviously, because I'm not there yet. And I'm working, but it's just not going right. So I will come on and help them find out, well, exactly where's the challenge at? So we ask them a couple of questions, do a little digging, come up with a challenge, and then we give them all the leaders in there, we'll give them a suggestion, a little change you can make to keep moving forward and keep building your business. So I'm super excited about that, Cheryl. We're going to start that. Have you thought of a date yet, Cheryl? I know it's going to be Mondays at 6. So it's Mondays, 6:30 Eastern time.
Yep. 6:30 p.m. on Mondays. And we will let you guys know because we are headed to do a big event for a big team in the Bahamas. And then
it's going to be in February. We're going to start it.
I think we should start it in February.
Like the 6th or the 13th. We're not sure. We got to iron that out, but we do know that it's going to be Mondays. We do know it's 6:30 p.m. Eastern. We do know the link is ygyzoom.com. So that we have figured out. When we start, I think it's going to be the 6th or the 13th, one of those two.
Yes. I'm super excited about that, Paul. I think it's really gonna, I love it because I want to meet new people coming in to Longevity and make them feel welcome. That's like a big thing that I think is super important.
Yeah, Steve and Michelle are behind us 100%. They'll be on all the time. Doc will be on.
Yes.
We'll have all the other top leaders on. So it's a real, we're all coming together as one family and really making the new people feel special. Anybody that's not a CAR qualified 1-star yet. I mean, you could be here for 4 years and still not be a CAR qualified 1-star. So whatever, if you haven't made it to that level yet, this is the call for you. We're going to make you feel special. We're going to help you overcome whatever challenges you're having. And then we will help you get to CAR qualified 1-star. That is our that's the result we want.
Yep. And that's at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. 6:30 p.m. Eastern on Mondays. Do we have time for a question? Yes. Hold on. If I can unmute. Oh, well, Linda, you might have to unmute Bobby. Yeah, thank you. Hi, Bobby.
Hello, Paul Cotto and Ceremony. I am so glad that you're coming from a distributor point of view to teach them why they rank up to get to a qualified 1-star. This is what was needed so long, and this is why the one team, one dream, no matter what team you're on, we need this so bad. So I want to thank you for getting this community of distributors and teaching them how to rank up. You guys are the best. Thank you so much.
Hey, thank you, Bobby. And yeah, we doesn't matter what team you're with. We all want to make CAR qualified 1-star. So whatever system you're using, great. If you don't have a system, we would love for you to be in the coaching program. But if that's not your cup of tea, then whatever you're doing will work. We just got to tweak it so that whatever part of the system, really the pipeline that you're stuck at, will help you get unstuck from that.
Yep. I'm excited about it, Paul. It's going to be so much fun.
That is amazing. I love it. It's so essential. I've seen it happen in trading where it's like, hey, one team, one dream, bringing all the new people together. Hey, we got a new call every single week where they can come and guess what? They feel part of the community. They get started off to a fast start and they're excited. So I love that we're going to do it on this side as well. And I've seen the growth. I mean, signing up numerous people who are immediately ready to rock and roll. Like you said, hey, we have this coaching program. If that's not your cup of tea, we're going to make sure you get off to a fast start. Amazing.
Yeah. And we're going to come out with the 2-star call where I made it to 2-star and that's fantastic. But now how do I get to 3-star? So that training is very, very different. How to go from 2 to 3 or how to go from 3 to 4 or 4 to 5. So there'll be a call for actually every rank eventually.
You said it'll be 6 p.m. on Mondays and people are asking, are you still going to have the 5 p.m. call?
6:30.
Yes. Well, that's for coaches only.
Yeah. So 5 p.m. is just coaches only. That's what I thought, but someone asked.
Yeah.
And then 6 p.m. will be
6:30.
6:30.
Yeah.
Okay. 6:30 Eastern.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. And that's where you can send your new people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody in the company can go to that.
New people as in new people that have signed up, right?
As distributors.
Yeah. Okay.
Someone who's paid the $29 or.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. I love it. That's amazing.
We are super excited.
Incredible.
Thank you so much, Linda. That was so much fun today.
It was. Anyone, excuse me. Anyone else have any more questions? All right.
Just that you rock, you rock, you rock, you rock.
Yes. Thank
Absolutely.
you so much.
Make sure everyone jumps on the 1-star call. We'll be on there.
Yes.
We'll talk about it more.
Yeah, Steve is going to be on there and Michelle, I believe. So you don't want to miss that. That's happening in about 15 minutes. Happy birthday, Andrea. We love you. She may not be on. I think she had a meeting. She's texted me. And to you, Paul.
I am absolutely on. Y'all can't see me.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Hey,
there she
girl.
is.
Happy birthday to you.
Looking
baby.
like you're 20.
Paul, happy birthday.
thank
We
you.
love you. Thank you so much.
Happy
Paul.
birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Paul. We
Thank
love
you.
you as well.
Happy
Have a
birthday,
blessed and
Paul.
wonderful
Happy early
day.
birthday.
Tell the 2 birthday people happy birthday. I'm going to unmute the Zoom. Give it up for the extraordinary senator's wife, Cheryl Morley, and the phenomenal Paul Proto. Have a great day, everyone.
Hey. Happy birthday, Andrea. Happy birthday, Andrea. Happy birthday, Paul.
Happy birthday,
Andrea. Happy birthday, Paul.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Happy birthday, Andrea.
Thanks, everyone. See you in a few minutes.
Happy birthday,
See you in a few
Happy
minutes.
birthday, superstars.
Thank you.
You all are the best. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Cheryl.
Thank you,
You're
everyone.
amazing. What a great
Cheryl.
Bronwyn,
Thank y'all for
can't
the
wait to
birthday
see you next
greetings.
week,
Happy
Bronwyn. Bronwyn
Yeah.
from
Oh, yeah.
Australia. Happy birthday, superstars. Have a
Happy
blessed
birthday.
Thank you.
Yes.
Happy birthday.
Yes.
Happy birthday, Andrea.
Looking
Happy
fabulous.
birthday
Look at
to
us.
you.
I know.
Happy birthday.
looking
Happy
To
birthday.
amazing.
you.
Happy birthday,
Birthday. Happy
Andrea.
birthday,
Happy
Andrea.
birthday,
Birthday
superstars.
to you.
Yay.
Go and be
Yes,
amazing
yes.
champions.
Thank
Have a
you.
lovely and amazing
Thank
day.
you for that
Happy
lovely
birthday,
song, Auntie
Andrea.
Pat. I appreciate it so much.
Happy
You're
birthday.
welcome.
Happy birthday, beautiful. Have an
Thank you,
incredible,
beautiful.
lovely
Happy
day.
birthday,
Enjoy
Andrea.
your day, dear.
Thank you.
Yes.
Hey, Precious.
Yes, yes.
Wonderful day.
Happy birthday, Andrea.
Thank you.
Love you.
Yes.
She's regressing on her birthday.
Yeah, looking so
Right.
good. Looking so good.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yes.
Good morning,
so
Queen
much.
Mary.
And beautiful.
Thank you
We
so
look
much.
forward to hearing from you next week, Bronwyn, in Australia. It's like 4 o'clock in the
Woo,
morning.
for Australia Day as well.
That's
Yay.
right. That's
Yes.
right. It's Australia Day next week. So we look forward to that. All right, superstars. Have a
Wonderful.
blessed and wonderful day. Andrea, I
Have a
love
blessed
you.
one.
Have
I
a
love you
beautiful
too.
birthday.
Linda,
Thank
don't
you.
forget about the
Thank
happy
you,
healthy hour
everyone.
tonight.
I love y'all.
Yeah, the happy healthy hour is tonight. Don't forget that. That's going to be epic as always. Thank you so much, Bobby Knight, Tony
Yes, thank
Goodwin,
you, Bobby.
Andrea Adams.
You're welcome.
Birthday had
Have
me
a-
going.
Have an
You're
amazing
welcome.
day, superstars.
Be blessed,
Yes,
everyone.
be blessed, everyone.
Be blessed. Thank
Be
y'all for the
blessed.
greetings. Transport
Be-
around.
All right. See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Peace, superstars. Peace.